Hello everybody, welcome back. I just thought that a change of venue, or actually my son thought a change of venue would be nice with the curtain in the backdrop. So, chapter 2, here and there. A look of panic swept across the doctor's face. Oh dear, he said. There are 192 questions on this form, and we're still stuck on question 1. I'm sorry, replied the boy, as he laid on the hospital trolley, a tear rolling down his cheek. He felt like such a failure, not even being able to remember his own name. Oh no, you're crying, said the doctor. Please don't cry. The hospital principal could come by and think that I've upset you. The boy did his best to stop. Dr. Lupus searched his pockets for a tissue. Unable to locate one, he dabbed the boy's eyes with the form. Oh no, now the form's wet, he exclaimed. He then began blowing on the form to try and dry it. This made the boy laugh. Oh good, said the man, you're smiling. Now, look, I'm sure we can find your name. Does it begin with an A? The boy was pretty sure it didn't. I don't think so. B? The boy shook his head. C? This could take some time, muttered the doctor under his breath. Tea! Exclaimed the boy. You would like a cup of tea? No! My name, it begins with a T. Dr. Lupus smiled as he wrote the first letter on the top of the form. Let's see if I can guess. Tim, Ted, Terry, Tony, Theo, Taj. Now, you don't look like a Taj. I've got it. Tina. All the suggestions firing at the boy clouded his mind, making it more difficult for him to remember. But finally, he remembered his own name, shining through. Tom, said Tom. Tom, exclaimed the doctor, as if he was about to have guessed it. He wrote down the next 2 letters. So, what do they call you? Thomas, Tommy, Big Tom, Little Tom, Tom Thumb? Tom, replied Tom wearily. Tom had already said his name was Tom. Do you have a surname? It begins with a C, said the boy. Well, at least we have the first letter. It's like doing the crossword. Charper? Tom Charper, said the man, scribbling it down on the form. That's question 1 done. Just 191 to go. Now, who brought you to the hospital today? Are your mummy and daddy here? No, said Tom. He could be sure of that. His parents weren't here. They were never here. They were always there. For some years now, they had packed their only child off to a posh boarding school in the deep English countryside. St. Willet's boarding school for boys. Tom's father earned a lot of money working in desert countries far away, extracting oil from the ground, and his mother was very good at spending that money. Tom would only see them on school holidays, usually in a different country each time. Even though Tom had travelled alone for hours to see them, his father would often still have to work all day, and his mother would leave him with a nanny while she went shopping for more shoes and handbags. The boy would be lavished with presents upon arrival, a new train set, a model plane, or a nice suit of armour. But with nobody to play with, Tom would get bored quickly. All he really wanted was to spend time with Mum and Dad. But time was the one thing they never gave him. No mother and father are abroad, answered Tom. I am not sure who brought me to the hospital today. It must have been a teacher. Oh, said Dr. Lupus excitedly. Might it have been your games teacher? There was a man in the waiting area dressed as a cricket umpire with a straw hat and a long white jacket, which I thought was unusual, as we tend not to have cricket matches in the waiting area. That must have been my games teacher, Mr. Carsey. Yes. Dr. Lupus' eyes flicked down to his form. They flashed with panic once again. Oh dear, it only says parent, guardian, friend or other on the form. What am I going to do? Take other, instructed the boy, taking charge. Thank you, said the doctor, looking relieved. Thank you so much. What's the nature of your injury? A bump on the head. Of course, yes, replied Dr. Lupus as he scribbled that down on the form. Now, next question. Would you say the general appearance of Lord Font's hospital has been lower than your expectations, has met your expectations, has exceeded your expectations, or has greatly exceeded your expectations? What was the first one again? Asked Tom. The pain in his head made it hard for him to think straight. Oh, that's been lower than your expectations. What is? The general appearance of the hospital. I've only seen the ceiling so far, said the boy. And how would you rate the general appearance of the ceiling? Fine. I'll put that has met your expectations. Next question. Would you say that the care you've received at the hospital has been poor, fine, good, very good, or in fact too good? It's been all right, replied Tom. Sorry, but all right isn't on the form. Good then? Not very good, said Dr. Lupus, a hint of pleading in his voice. It would be nice to say I got very good on my first week. Tom sighed. Put too good then. Oh, thank you, replied the doctor, his eyes dancing with delight. No one ever gives a too good. Though I worry whether too good might actually be a bad thing. Can I just put very? Yes, put whatever you like. I put very good. Thank you very much. This will go down very well with the hospital principal, Sir Quinton Strilliers. Now, next question. We're racing through them now. Would you recommend Lord Font Hospital to family and friends? With a heavy heart, half-heartedly, wholeheartedly, or very wholeheartedly? Suddenly, Nurse Mace bustled through the curtains. There isn't time for all your stupid questions, Doctor. The man put his hand up to his face as though he thought he was going to be slapped. Don't hurt me, you silly boy, as if I would, replied the nurse, before clouting him round the ear with her thick, heavy hand. Ow! Screamed Dr. Lupus. That hurt. Well, at least you're in the right place for an injury. Ha! The woman laughed to herself and almost managed a smile. I need this station back right now. I have a news agent being rushed here in an ambulance who managed to staple his own fingers together. Stupid man. Oh no, the doctor replied. I can't stand the sight of blood. Get this boy out of here before I'm back, or I will clout you around the other ear. With that, Nurse Mace whipped back the curtain and stomped off down the corridor. Okay, began Dr. Lupus. Let me speed this up as much as I can. The man began speaking very fast. Bad swelling. Keep you here for a few nights, just to be safe. Hope you don't mind. Tom didn't mind staying in hospital at all. Anything to miss time at his dreaded boarding school. It was one of the most expensive schools in the country, and so most of the boys who went there were exceedingly posh. Tom's parents were rich because his father had a well-paid job abroad, but the family were not posh at all. Lots of the boys looked down their aristocratical noses at Tom. I'm just going to send you up to the children's ward right away. Nice and peaceful up there. You should get a good night's sleep. Porter! Tom froze in fear as the terrifying man limped back in. Yes, Dr. Lupus, sir? He slurred. Sorry. What's your name again? Tom, replied Tom. Take Tom up to the children's ward. End of chapter 2. See you again in chapter 3.